Hey everybody out there in the Hex world, this is Function here, and I'm doing a little intro video for what you're about to watch. There was some sound issues, and so you're kind of going to be starting the video partway through. I found a pretty good spot to start it at though. Just know that this is part of the budget challenge that I'm doing alongside Mocog. What we're doing is we're independently each creating an account. And we're starting from scratch on those accounts with only $10 worth of platinum. We're not allowed to trade any cards from our main accounts to these ones. We're trying to simulate the new player experience and see how far we can get with just $10. There's a little bit more to it than that, and if you're interested, there'll be a link to it down in the description below on YouTube. So definitely click that if you want to follow along and kind of learn a little bit more about what Mocog and I have planned and what we're doing with this. Also, I would say I'm finally getting back into doing the YouTube stuff, and definitely please subscribe to the channel to show your support. I'm going to try and hit 500 subscribers. We got a little ways to go, but hopefully once we get there we'll be able to do some kind of giveaway or something fun like that. And the other one is follow us on Twitter, myself and Mocog. I'm at FunktionFails and Mocog is at HexHunterMocog. And I'm sure we're probably both going to be making posts on Twitter as we're either about to record something on Twitch, whether we're going to stream or post something on YouTube that's related to this budget challenge. And as always, we do our General's Tent on Wednesday nights. So a little bit about this video is let me see. This one is me doing the starter trials. I just started the account. If you watched the previous video, you're already aware of that. But I just started the account and I chose the Orc starter deck. So I'm doing the starter trials. Unfortunately, you missed the very first game of the starter trials, but this video picks up right after that at game ends. So I hope you enjoy, and stay tuned for more. I'm going to be posting my very first draft with this account a little later, and that is definitely one to look out for. Round 2 of the draft was very, very exciting. It was some incredible matches. So keep an eye out for that one, and I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, well that's awesome. There we go. So we won our very first game. Does that mean we get something? We have mail. Starter trial rewards. Alright, so congratulations on winning your starter trial. The cards you earned for your win are listed below. These cards have been added to your collection. Click on the card manager and add them in. You can add these new cards to your deck. Remember to save your changes. And we'll probably change our champion maybe as well. So we got Darkspire Enforcer, Gemcraze Berserker, and Crushing Blow. I'm happy about that. So that's our very first transaction, you might say, with this budget challenge here. What do we got going? So we want to get rid of these zombie vultures. We're not too thrilled about those. And you know what? We'll just take all 3 of these cards, add them to our deck. They're not the most amazing cards. We do have this super sweet Gore Feast though, right? So they're not the most amazing cards, but they're better than that zombie vulture. I'm not too thrilled about him. We also have 25 resources in here, which kind of seems like a lot. We'll cut one of those. And the other question is, how many ruby do we really need? Yeah, I guess that's probably better to have more ruby than blood. But then on the other hand, you know, I was talking about cutting cards. The only option is we either put more resources in or more zombie vultures. Yeah, I'd probably just rather have the extra resource, and this time we'll change it over to blood. The final thing here is we added a Gemcraze Berserker to the deck, right? So we got the Gemcraze Berserker. We'll give him the unblockable gem because that one's kind of fun. So he can only be blocked by other ruby troops or artifacts, so that's going to be pretty solid. And you know, we could change to Cranach to something else. We're going to be playing against the computer, so maybe Zared might be good. We could change it to Poco, which gets in some extra damage. Doesn't really interact with our throat cutters or anything fancy like that though. And so that kind of just becomes 3 damage and not much else. We might try Lionel Flynn. I think that is going to be able to close out games pretty well with this starter trial deck against other AI decks, especially when we're going to be slowly adding in some Gemcraze Berserkers, and we already have stuff like these Veteran Gladiators. We don't have any murders, though, unfortunately. What we got going? Oh, somebody was messing with me. Anybody even doing this? Oh. Oh, okay, that was just Mocog saying what's up. Alrighty, so we'll go ahead and save. Do we have sleeves on here yet? Nope, no sleeves. That's kind of awkward. We always have our super fancy sleeves on the main account. Okay, what are we doing? So we'll fire up another one of these. See how we do in these starter trials. And yeah, continue Orc trial. Oh, so we got a whole bunch of viewers now all of a sudden, it seems like. For anybody just tuning in, this is Mocogs and I my half of the Hex Budget Challenge, which you can find out there on the forums. I should make a little blurb up at the top of the screen showing the URL for that. I'll have to definitely do that. I like to play or draw first. We'll play first. So we're going to try out Lionel this time and see how we feel about that. Okay, well, you know, Lionel's good with the Gem Crazed Berserker. I don't know about this, though. This is pretty icky. We want more troops in this, so I think we're going to throw it back. We'll draw again this time. Alright, it's not amazing, but it's a little bit better. I like it. We still, I mean, it sucks because we have a lot of 3-cost stuff. Or in Burn of the Ground's case, double Ruby Threshold and somewhat more expensive. But this is a lot more reasonable. Throw the Ruby out there and see what we can wind up with. Looks like a Zerid over there. Also mold to 6, so that puts us in a little bit better shape. Okay, so we got another troop. It was a good troop for this deck. But we kind of wanted to see another resource, or maybe a 2-drop would have been nice. Something we can actually play. Oh, there's another Incubation Slave, which is going to be troublesome. We need to get... I don't think this deck has any removal except for this Burn to the Ground, so that's kind of awkward. Alright, so we got the Gem Crazed Berserker, which is probably what I'm going to toss out right now. Then we can put Throat Cutter on it and start swinging. The only problem there is Zerid's got his thing going on, so maybe the Veteran Gladiator is a little bit better in this case. We'll go ahead and go that route. Granted, I would have gotten one swing in with the Gem Crazed before the Champion Power, but this way it'll keep coming. Alright, so we got our Throat Cutter out, and we didn't get another resource, but I'm really not too worried about that. Okay. So we could actually even kill the Incubation Slave with our Burn to the Ground now, which is pretty reasonable. Kind of want to save that for something bigger, or just to hit him in the dome. Alright, so we got Wall of Corpses, and my art is bugged. I gotta go fix my file there. This is it's showing a Veteran Gladiator as the art, but the Wall of Corpses currently only a 0-1 defensive thing, and we're not too worried about that. In which case we're just gonna stick another resource, and we'll throw out the other Throat Cutter because this is gonna become insane pretty fast. And we'll say that the Wall of Corpses can't block, and we'll attack with the other one. So these guys both got +2/+2, or +2/+0 from Rage 2 now, because the Throat Cutters both give them Rage 1. We're in pretty strong shape. And we even have this Crushing Blow to push through some extra damage if they block. There's another Wall of Corpses. And I'm feeling pretty good right now. I think we've got game 2 under our belts for this starter trial here. Alright, yep. All kinds of good stuff. So we put Lionel on there. We could shoot one of these walls, which we might as well. So X is going to equal 1. Or we could use it on Zerid himself. We'll just use it on one of the walls. It doesn't really matter either way. And we didn't even really need to do that necessarily. So we'll swing with everything. One of these guys can get through and kill him on his own. We could even use the Crushing Blow for the maximum disrespect if he declares the blockers, and we can... Oh, so he did. So we're going to go for the maximum disrespect against the AI and kill him by an absurd amount of damage. So he's at -15 life. Yeah, that felt pretty good. We just got to keep that up. Games like those all the way through. And, you know, of course, we'll make millions off of this $10 challenge. Okay, so what do we get this time in the mail? We got a Call of the Grave, a Murder, a Throat Cutter, and a Furious Taskmaster. So I like that Throat Cutter and I like that Murder. If we were playing a Rock League deck, we'd be pretty happy about getting that Call of the Grave. But yeah, that seems pretty solid. So let's go back in here to the deck again, and we'll stick with Lionel. I kind of liked him there. So we're going to add some new cards, and we got Savage Raider, Throat Cutter, Furious Taskmaster. Did I have that Savage Raider before and not realize it? What was the mail again? Let me read that. So Oh, it was 5 cards. Sorry, I didn't even read the Savage Raider there. Okay, so yeah, we're doing this right. Okay, so we have 5 new cards. Is there anything we're not excited about? We had the Shame Gladiator in here, and he has speed. I kind of like giving him rage instead. Alright, so what are we not excited about? We're running 25 resources. We'll put that down to 24. We're definitely going to bring in another Throat Cutter. And what are we not excited about? Well, I think we can run just one. We can swap out a Ruby Aura for a Murder. That seems pretty fair. And Wrathseeker is kind of mediocre. We can probably put in the Savage Raider and the Taskmaster. It'll be nice to start in a little bit earlier. And we're already running 3 Savage Raiders. Why not run 4? Granted, against the AI, Rage 2 on the guy right there seems decent-ish. We'll swap these over to Rage. I like that a little bit more. What's this guy? This is an Arena Brawler. Maybe we could have cut those instead and keep one of the Taskmasters in there. But I think this is perfectly fine. Oh, there's also the Shadow Grove Witch. That doesn't seem very exciting. Yeah, we'll put the 2 Taskmasters in instead of the Shadow Grove Witch. We also have this Collargrave, but I don't actually feel like that's something we want in this deck. Okay, what are we doing? We're going back in the Starter Trials. How many games are the Starter Trials? I never actually finished it on my main account. We'll find out. I think we get another Gore Feast after finishing the trials, and that would be pretty sweet. Okay, what are we doing? What are we doing? Ooh, no shards. That's rough. That's really rough. So we're going to throw this back. This was kind of a decently curved hand, just no shards, so we're going to draw again. See if we can get something more interesting. Alright, yeah, that's what we like to see. That seems pretty good. We're going to go ahead and keep this. It'll be nice when set 2 comes out, so this Darkspire Priestess, when it dies, it either does 3 damage to the opponent, or it finds you another Darkspire card. In set 2, there's going to be another Darkspire card. At least one. Maybe even more, but there's going to be at least one. And that's pretty sweet. I think the new one makes your opponent discard a card when it, instead of doing 3 damage. So it either finds another Darkspire card or makes them discard. That's pretty powerful. Alright, so we're not doing anything turn 1. That's totally fine. Okay. Fancy, fancy. Alright, so now the question is, oh, well, I guess I probably actually wanted to play the Arena Brawler maybe, just to get in for a little bit extra damage. See, I'm playing like a boss here. I'm not making the best. Although the Priestess is equally as good. If it ends up dying, we at least get some more value out of it. But now it's Throat Cutter time. If this was a real game, we might play around Murder a little bit and attack beforehand if we thought they had Murder. But we're going to stick the Throat Cutter out there. Just go for the maximum value. Start crushing in there. I think after this we'll have to go look at the auction house again, and we might start fiddling around. We need to come up with some kind of spreadsheet there. Oh no, this is not good. Which gem has it got? It doesn't have a gem. Okay, well that's not so bad. I think we're probably going to have to burn to the ground it though. So that's going to be problematic. I don't want to trade the Throat Cutter for it. I would be happy to trade the Priestess for it. The question is, do I actually want to attack with a Throat Cutter and get in for some extra damage this turn or not? That's really the question, isn't it? Yeah, I think I just got to go in for damage, which that's not very exciting, but it's what we're going to do. Which means we can play out the Arena Brawler. At least we won't see it for 2 more turns now that it costs 6. And it didn't have a gem. That was good. If it had that blood gem to make my guys not attack for anything, that would have been frustrating. Still wouldn't have been the end of the world though, because at least they all have rage. And Oh, I thought they were going to ship the turn there and not do anything. That's what it looked like. What do we draw? We want to draw like another crushing blow or something like that. All right, well that's just as good. That's even better. That's amazing. That's exactly what we wanted. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the Lionel Flynn thing on our worst guy, which I would say is the Arena Brawler. Give them more incentive to block that, or if they block the Throat Cutter, we're in better shape. So at this point, after playing Gore Feast, everything has Rage 2, and it gets to attack this twice this turn. So on the second attack, everything's gonna have +4/+4, or +4/+0. It's not gonna get that far, but that's still pretty impressive. It's a lot of damage. That's the power of Gore Feast for you. So maybe I should zoom in on it in case there are any new players watching this this budget challenge, since it's for those new folks out there. This is troops you control get Rage 1, and so Rage 1 is whenever they attack, they get 1 more attack power. And after the first post-combat main phase, this turn, there's an additional combat phase. So that's worded kind of strangely, but the way it works is when you attack, you basically get to attack a second time with everything that attacked. So, I mean, even though we killed them right here with 3 damage, they were going to take another almost, what, like 17 or 18 damage. Yeah, we were going for lots of overkill there. We're liking this work deck. Let's see what we get for the rest of the work deck. Starter Trial Awards. Okay. Oh, so we actually completed the starter trials. It wasn't all that many games. So we completed the starter trials. Great job. In honor of your accomplishments, you have earned a starter pack. Oh, that sounds good. To open your pack, click the store button above. Then on the store screen, click the open pack button in the lower corner. Okay, so it's in the collection. Then you're going to be taking the domain of Kismet. Drag your new starter pack onto the well. Okay, so we're all familiar with that. You basically got to go open a pack. Try exploring the different aspects of Hex. Alright, real quick, it sounds like there's somebody talking on the phone out on the balcony. We are going to, well, mute the mic, and I will be right back. Alrighty, folks, sorry about that there, but hopefully it'll be a little bit more bearable. Hopefully also next time I'm streaming we'll have some music going and some more interesting stuff like that. Anyhow, what do we got going here with good old starter pack? So maybe you can try your hand in a tournament, test your deck in challenging ground, and you can use the modifier. Okay, so what we're going to do then is we're going to go over, it's probably in card manager actually, inventory stash, yeah, starter deck trials pack. So we'll double click that, crack it open. That's pretty nice. That's pretty cool. Alright, I'm going to crack this pack open, see what we can get. Oh wow, you get a whole bunch of cards. There's that Arena Brawler with no art. Alright, so what's our rare? I think it's Gore Feast. No, it's an Endbringer. We wanted a Gore Feast. What do you mean we don't get another Gore Feast? Oh, that's no fun. Alright, so Endbringer, not quite as exciting, but on the bright side, we can probably try selling it on the auction house and getting a fraction of a pack so that we can keep this dream alive of the budget challenge. All that fun stuff. And, alright. So what we got? We got Priestess, Mazza Ranger, got a whole bunch of different orcs. We got Blood Aura, that's pretty solid. It's actually really good in the Rock League too. Wailing Banshee, also in my Rock League deck, so maybe we can play some Rock League. We got an Inquisition, very solid card. Another Burn to the Ground. So this isn't so bad. I mean, some cards that we're not planning to play, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. It's free cards, and that's pretty awesome. Okay, great. So we got that going. We're gonna come back out to the deck builder, and we could fiddle around with the deck builder a little bit. We might as well. We'll get rid of the Shadow Grove Witch. We'll add in, well, I really like Inquisition. We'll add that in there. I don't have a whole lot of, we'll get rid of this Ruby Aura, replace them with, where's that Blood Aura? That one's pretty solid. I can get this other Darkspire Priestess in here because I like that one. What else are we not really satisfied with? We have these Wrath Seekers that we were already ready to take out before. We probably add in this Burn to the Ground because we don't have a whole lot of removal in the deck. Atrophy doesn't seem all that bad. Suppressive Fire seems pretty decent, especially with Gore Feast. We have this Gore Seeker, he's pretty sweet. And we have 2 card slots. Well, we might as well bring in our Endbringer. Get the other rare in there. We could do Fang of the Mountain God as another early drop and just go all in on the aggressive. And I was actually wrong. We do have burns in here, so we did have some removal. We just didn't see it. I don't know. I don't know what I feel like. We do something. We don't have all that many higher cost things, but that's kind of good. Yeah, we'll just stick the Fang in there, see how it does. I'm not really thrilled about Fang, but it would be kind of fun. That's what this is about. Alright, so we saved that deck, and let's go check out the auction house. Maybe it's time to buy a couple packs. Alrighty, folks. So that just now was the starter deck trials. Every new player gets to pick their starter deck, and right after they do so, they get to play a couple trial games against the computer, and that'll let them unlock some more cards for the deck. So any new player should probably do that. If you haven't built up a collection, or you don't already have another account where you have a large collection, you might as well play through the starter deck trials. I think at the very end you always get a rare regardless of what deck you played. You open that pack, and it's kind of like a pack that is tailored to whatever deck you chose. That's kind of fun. It's definitely something to do, and it's a good way to, you know, welcome new players into the game. So with that said, oh, we got a kitty cat. Where is she? Oh, come on. Alright, so with that said, Clarissa and I both say, until next time, less fail, more function. Yeah! Oh, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe if you like the videos. Yeah, we almost forgot that, didn't we, Clarissa? Alright, take it easy, guys.